Ellie, a girl from a simple family in a small town in the United States, always lived a peaceful life. But everything changed one night when she was driving home from work. Her car crashed, and after the accident, her whole world fell apart. She lost her family, and nightmares haunted her every night. One day, while sitting in a small cafe, Ellie's phone suddenly rang. The number on the screen was from someone she barely remembered. The name was Jack. He was someone she had known since childhood. They had always played together, but after the accident, he had disappeared. Jack, like a memory from the past, was now back in her life. Her heart raced, but she decided to answer. When they met for the first time, Jack looked very different. He wasn't the boy she remembered. He had grown into a man, and his face was full of pain. When Ellie asked him why he had disappeared, Jack replied with sorrow in his eyes, "Because of you and the accident. I couldn't go back to my life." Their conversation was full of pain and fear, but something undeniable was between them, a deep connection that brought them closer. As time passed, Ellie and Jack realized that in this scary world, the only thing that could protect them was love. They stuck together and ran away from everything that threatened them. One night, while they were hiding in a dark forest, running away from enemies, Jack, breathing heavily, stood next to Ellie and said, "Ellie, nothing can separate us. We have to stay together, even if the world tries to take everything from us." Ellie looked at him and said, "We will never be apart. We will always stick together." Their time together continued, and finally, in a safe place far from danger, they decided to stay together forever. Their wedding was simple, but full of love. Surrounded by friends and family, they started a new life. Their smiles showing that they had won against fear and pain. Months after the wedding, every day was filled with laughter, love, and special moments. Every morning, they woke up, drank hot tea, and walked hand in hand, enjoying the simple joys of life. They sat in parks and by lakes, watching the world go by, and watched movies together, loving every second of it. They went on little and big trips. Sometimes they hiked in lush mountains to see amazing views, and other times they sat by the sea and listened to the waves. Every trip, every step, and every moment were a new adventure. Jack always made Ellie laugh with his funny jokes. One day, they decided to celebrate their first wedding anniversary. Jack wanted to make it unforgettable. He spent the whole day planning a special, but simple celebration. Ellie had no idea, but Jack kept surprising her with romantic gestures all day. On the morning of their celebration, Jack came into the house with a beautiful bouquet of white and pink flowers. Ellie, who was getting ready for the day, was moved to tears by his thoughtful gesture. Jack smiled and said, "I want the best for you, always." In the afternoon, Jack took Ellie to a romantic restaurant on a hill. They sat by a big window, looking at the sunset and the sea while enjoying their meal. The soft music and candlelight made the moment feel magical. That night, they held hands and promised each other that nothing could ever tear them apart. Later that night, when they got home, Jack gave Ellie a small box. Ellie opened it with her heart racing, and inside was a beautiful necklace with a heart-shaped charm and a sparkling jewel. Jack, looking at her with love in his eyes, said, "This necklace is just a symbol of my love for you. You are the best thing that ever happened to me." A few weeks later, Jack and Ellie decided to buy a small house in the countryside. It had windows that let in sunlight and a little garden with colorful flowers. This is where their new life truly began. They spent every day decorating their house and making new memories. On warm summer evenings, they planted flowers together in the garden, laughing and enjoying each other's company. They always reminded each other that nothing could take away their happiness. They went wherever they wanted, whether to see the night sky or take peaceful walks in quiet places. With every adventure, their love grew stronger and they created a safe, loving home together. Together, they didn't just live, they built a life full of love and happiness. Each day was filled with smiles, laughter, and the joy of being together. They were living proof that love can heal all wounds. Dear friends, we have come to the end of today's story. Thank you for staying with us until the end. If you enjoyed this kind of video, please like it. And if you're new to our YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Goodbye.